다시 한번 다시 시작하고 레드머닝 끝났으니까 이제 마지막 뉴베가스 DLC 마지막 뉴베가스 DLC를 하고 그 다음에 이제 폴아웃 3 뭐 서브 퀘스트나 메인 캣 좀 깨고 이러면 될 듯? 결국엔 이제 폴아웃 뉴베가스 엔딩을 보면은 이제 게임이 끝나니까. 뭐 그건 취향 따라서 클래식 유형을 좋아하면 클래식이랑 더 가깝게 바꿔주는 모드가 있거든요. 그걸로 바꾸면 되고 폴아웃 4가 좋으면 폴아웃 4로 바꿔주는 되고 하여튼 폴아웃 4가 좋느냐 클래식이 좋으냐 둘 중 하나인데 저 새끼는 저거 뭐냐 저거 대가리 쳐박고 다니는데 저거 뭐지 저거? 타이탄 오브 웨스트인가 하여튼 그 모드가 이제 폴아웃 클래식이랑 외형이 좀 비슷하거든요. 등발이 오지게 커져. 대신 이제 폴아웃 4 같은 느낌은 좀 안 들고. 그거 이제 폴아웃 4 형식 4 느낌이 좋으면 폴아웃 4 느낌 나는 그거 하면 되고. 나는 파워아머 보다 더스터를 더 좋아해가지고 이거 입고 다니긴 하는데 파워아머 모드 까는 이유는 그냥 브라더우드 애들이나 엔클레이브 애들이 좀 볼만해지니까 그것 때문에 까는 거고 나는. TTW 지원하는 거는 아마 폴아웃 4 파워아머 모드가 더 잘 지원할걸? 생존 난이도요? 생존 난이도랑 차이 없어. 데미지 들어가고 맞고 들어가는 거는 차이 없어. 생존 난이도라고 뭐 나 더 아프게 맞는 거 그런 거 아니?
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
3편에 신스 나오잖아. 리베시티에 나오잖아. 레일로드랑 인스티튜트 다 나오잖아. 데뎃. 사물함 이쁜 거 봐라.
I thought I heard the pacification fields kick in. All right, shh. Nobody move. I'll handle this. Be warned, intruder. You are in the presence of the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. The collective geniuses of... We... By Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Who was it? Was it you, 8? Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. O couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotical engineer. 8 is sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
아니 파도 씨발.
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time.
교체하면
Now, great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about? Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite. Here, in the dome. Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites. Dalla, get the spray before it excretes all over
처음 했을 때
everything.
써먹기도 재밌었는데 이게 반복하면 써먹기가 존나 재미없어.
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to, the skin envelope once containing it. If so, it's proof that there may indeed be something beyond the crater. Just look at it. The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
I know what it is, Dollar. I want to know why it's down here.
보상이 좋고
With its
NPC들 유쾌해서 참는
limbs
거지.
all over everything. And are those penises I see wriggling on its feet? Disgusting.
I believe those are toes, Dr. Klein. Little teddy bear toes. Penises are much larger than those tiny extremities. Not that I would know.
I don't recall the human penis ever being that large.
It depends on one's own frame of reference, Dr. O. Look at its little nose with its 2 orifices for ingesting oxygen.
Noses? By the great static. These lobotomites confound me with their sheer number of useless extremities. What? What is it doing? Did we institute electroshock? Or is it excreting? Dr. Klein, wait. I don't believe those gestures were random. Random at all. It's been following our conversation. The lobotomite understands us.
I agree with Boros's histrionic findings. This little lobotomite is unusually attentive for something whose brain has been extracted.
Nonsense! Lobotomites can't comprehend us!
Ace, have you been in the mentats again? If we slow down our oroprocessoreceptors to understand this excretion, we'll all be rendered ignorant.
All of you, power down, shut up, and let me prove once and for all how wrong you all are. As usual. Lobotomite, do you understand me? Can you speak? Those were words, weren't they? In the form of questions. It's asking me questions. Is this some kind of trick? Our efforts have turned against us. In playing God, we created a monster.
Perhaps as we were ruthlessly lobotomizing it with our cutters, we filled this skin envelope with awareness.
Wait. If what you're theorizing is this lobotomite understands us, can reason with us,
then this may be just the answer we've been looking for. At last, a chance to...
그 대사 이미 지나갔어.
Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us. It can only be... If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine! Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all.
That's all.
Goodbye. Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
What are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius, and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? Aid, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped
어디다
that
씨, 내가 어디 간데 두?
out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now, with its big teddy bear eyes. If we ask it politely,
내 뇌를 제거했다고?
we removed your brain. Yes. So soft,
그런 거
barely
못하고?
wrinkled,
거짓말 치지 마.
yet so flush with knowledge and experience. Brain extraction technology has been standard
야스는
practice at
아니지.
Big Mountain for an immeasurable
일방적으로
amount of time.
흥분하는 거니까.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, 8, no need to brag. Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the
The Tesla coils in its head.
This is fortunate in many
이상
respects.
존재는 없다.
If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could
테슬라 보면
access your
생각나.
aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that. Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
지금 당장 알 수 없는 이유로 뇌가 원격 조정되는 거예요.
Darla, was it necessary this time?
씨발
I
심장도
assume
뽑았어,
full
척추도 뽑았어.
responsibility. I take my duties in the prodding and excision of living, breathing Although in truth, the autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the
이게
brain
어떻게 살아
and I
움직이는지는 진짜
misplaced
아직도
it,
모르겠어.
other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires. Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart. Oh, wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
That autodoc junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the
왜
pipes.
다리가 달렸나?
Actually, that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush! That is the sound of flushing. By the Fisher of Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science. Yes, it is our only chance. Maybe, just maybe, if we reclaim these
안녕하세요.
buried technologies, we can put an end to Mobius and the horrors spawning from the Forbidden Zone.
퇴근 축하드립니다. 고생하셨어요.
The plan is very complicated. We are still calculating how it would work if it succeeded. That is our part of the plan. No.
You are equipped to retrieve the technologies with your primitive form. We are not.
It's kind of embarrassing.
잠이 안
You have
와가지고.
hands, and
그래서 피곤한데?
a heartbeat, sort of, and eyes, mostly the hands. There's door handles and...
Enough! Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the... Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, all right? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They, well, move sometimes, or get buried.
So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to
고생하는
us.
조비한테 아침밥
That is still
지원해야지.
good.
드림스탄이 5,000 치즈 감사합니다. 아이 감사합니다.
Nonsense. This place is no more dangerous than a nuclear detonation site.
The psychoanalytic, cardiac dampening, sneaky stealth suit.
And 8's
봐봐요.
sonic sound wave emitter projectile gun.
There. We have... If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old
이게 한번 들어오면 못
world
나가요.
gestures lightly.
다 깰 때까지 못 나가 이거.
Our intentions exactly. The important thing is you rush quickly through this task so as... Do not get curious, or you will end up like the cat of Schrödinger.
We feared you would be
개인
tempted to
새끼들
explore
그
big
우월한
non-player
근력
and
가지고
examine
하는
the
짓거리가
many
병신인데
amazing
이미
non-mandatory
있으니까
research labs that lie off your
지구가 지구
designated
이미 더
path.
우월하다.
The many such optional explorations are discouraged. Work hurriedly as if you have blinders on, and leave curiosities and items of interest alone.
So many sciences and developments.
Right you are, 8. In our test results, we'll make a note about
근데
how
말
quickly
존나
you
많다.
ran our
좀
maze.
해야겠다. 좀.
After all, there will be plenty of time
좀 그만 다 읽으면
afterward to
넘겨야겠다.
partake of the experiments once our bidding is done.
Ah, that is correct.
야투스톤이
You must
야,
walk
야투스톤이
upon your many penised feet, much slower than our advanced hovering robotical frames.
The little teddy bear could always run right into the pylon perimeter on its thick, turgid feet, returning it to us quickly and directly.
The radar fence that surrounds the big mountain crater will prevent,
The mighty radar fence protects us all.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in...
Possible memory loss will occur, along with long-term nerve degradation. But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylon...
What is it?
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling.
I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module. It is truly the end of all intelligence when a lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun,
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun.
And it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days. The sadness of my youth.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was call me Fink Tattletale and all the kids you hated.
빨갱이.
You little teacher's pet brown hound.
give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Oh?
What is he doing?
I think he's ejaculating into the gun. Getting it warmed up. Ding.
You give it to the lobotomite. I'm not touching that thing.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll do it if you two are going to be ashamed of your own technological needs. Ooh. All right. All antibacterial fresh. Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco Termlink code spew from the device.
What did it say? Spit lead? What, like pencils?
Oh, I think it wants a combustion pistol.
A gun? Are you mad? We can't give it a gun.
Dr. 8 is correct. We already have given the teddy bear a lethal sonic death ray, filled with his sonic ejaculate and sterilized by my soft ooh. Giving the teddy bear a gun would be the equivalent of following a glass of hemlock with an
세제를
Abraxas
먹은
chaser.
동양 마신 후
Delicious
세제 먹는 게
and
맛있다고?
redundantly deadly.
If we're going to bring the Socratic method into it, fine. Give the Lobato...
Are you mad? We can't... Wait, I said that already.
Fine. Done. That gun makes me uncomfortable anyway. Always worried it's going to hump my chassis. Fine. Moros, more...
Top shelf ammunition. Let's see. The JFP might make it ill and poop a lot, but...
The sonic emitter should be sterilized.
Careful where you're...
Force fields prevent us from moving.
The sonic emitter was specially designed to disable our...
That only happened once. And I know you were behind stealth fielding my lab keys, Dalla. You formographer.
Dr. O, you rewind that comment.
Plenty of rewinding already going on, and you're a formographer.
Yes. Maybe. Well, no. Not currently.
Yeah, we lost that part of the schematics. Or Boros did.
It is lost. All questions lead to this conclusion. The blue fields within Big...
Fine, so... Yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That...
어우 이 새끼들 말 졸라 많네.
Well...
Wait, is it leaving? I volunteer my chambers, so it might be...
No, that would put it too close to us. It could press buttons, turn lights on and off, and...
We could give it Mobius's old room. That's where its brain got scooped out anyway. Might be more comforting for it to hang out with its spine and heart.
I suppose. Well,
That stuffy Mobius program Butler can walk the lobotomite, feed it.
It would also prevent it from going to Higgs Village and taking up residence there. With my teddy bears.
your logic combined with my desire to keep the think tank lobotomite free has swayed me. Lobotomite, take this chip to the sink, plug it in, and make sure the chip is clean, or it could skip. I cannot dispute your logic. Do we have objects to activate the chip's exchange routines?
What, like stuff? Things?
Yes.
I don't know. Might be some old Nuka-Cola or Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps lying around. It's not currency per se. Still might be enough to trick the thing's trade routines.
I don't believe that was Mobius's reason. His wild
어떻게든
speculation concerning
병뚜껑을 쓰게 만들라고.
post-Holocaust economic systems was quite extensive and of high decibel.
Enough! Surrender these so-called bottle caps.
All right, here, cap away. Hope that stupid chip chokes on them.
Are there other chips?
Are you echoing what he said?
He's asking, yes. Dr. Klein, there are many other persons.
I remember now. Yes, lobotomite. But you should stay out of those. No exploring and discovering things. Yes, you may need to wiggle it. There is no...
If you're done, can we move again?
아따 말 졸라 많네 그냥. 와따 씨발. 모더나 안 켰어. 아, 예. 맛지기네.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the Zinc. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir? Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating... Indeed, sir. Though if sir's aim is to activate them, I lament... If sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that sir is better off without them. However, if sir is determined to inflict upon sir's self their due... The other modules are rather erratic, sir. Their personality matrices are built on flawed logic and have not weathered the years well, sir. Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality. Once the tape is installed, sir may request I switch their dialectic into... However, sir will still be required to locate
이거 찾는 게 좀
and install a backup
고통이야.
holotape. As I am given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say. In addition to managing the personality, any goods sir might require may be
뚠뚠뚠.
If sir would press sir's spinal area against my primary instrument panel, I might vibrate at a soothing frequency.
아, 슬슬 피곤해. 슬슬 필요하구만. 녹화 누른 지 얼마 안 돼가지고 좀 더 하고 자야겠는데. 녹화는 괜히 새로 눌렀네 그냥. 아씨.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Oh, congratulations, you've succeeded. What, you come to humiliate me? Tell me how I've yet to find a means of stopping Mobius' scorpions? Or better, ask how progress is going on Securitron construction at the plant. We've had setbacks in researches. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
디자인 잘하지 않았어?
How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain could make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm. I'd have a few left. Yeah, there were a few. All things robotical.
일부러
You
이렇게
see a
만든
robot? I made
기괴하게도
it. See a broken robot?
기괴하게 만든.
I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I've a gift with machines. Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and... Yeah, I do. It wasn't always, oh. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept a mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences. Right after collostodiuretics.
다 옛날에 사람이었어요.
Okay. So my name is an O. Never was. It was circular. A single character. Digit. But not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter,
지금
not the
최고의
number.
천재들.
Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0. How hard is that? A narrow, thin 0.
이건 나중에 나오는데 뭐냐 뇌 자체 좀 뇌라 해야 되나 루틴이라 해야 되나 하여튼 그거에 좀 모비우스가 조작을 가해놔가지고 좀 반쯤 정신 나가게 만들어놨어.
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, alright? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just... It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow. So when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O.
이미 그 지능은 높은데 그냥 애들이 열빠지게 행동하는 게 그것 때문에.
What? Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant.
입금을 치면 된다고?
I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm... Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
제로는 어떤 상대든 곱해서 제로로 만들지.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. They make a 0 in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking. You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries... You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to... That genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction. Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination. Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting. How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? Like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling.
너는 이 동료보다 생물학적 욕구가 더 강한 것 같구만.
What? Nonsense. What? Stop it. Why Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography? Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago. Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple.
Ah! Ah!
Bloop. Bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now. Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also... That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain.
이거보다 더 족같은 것도 많이 녹음했을 텐데 뭐 이 정도는
formography. It's only science. Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until... What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely... Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar... You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different. Of course. You must have met others in your travels. He asked us all many questions.
물어본 이제 율리시스가 얘한테 물어본 위험한 무언가는 이제 핵발사 코드였습니다. 율리시스 말하는 거예요. DLC 전체가 율리시스에 대한 예고편이기도 해.
Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. I am relieved the pacification field is working. That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart.
사실 인간적으로 태화할 수 있어요. 아.
It is the pacification.
광고 미루기.
Field emitters that are broadcasting. Why would you want such a thing? Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain. Dr. Mobius, a monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in... His one terrible eye forever peers at us. it'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain. The Big Empty? Now that's not a proper title for this research facility. This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see, no matter what your questions. Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice? Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us.
지금까지 3명의 방문자가 왔는데 한 명은 크리스틴, 한 명은 유니시스, 한 명은
But there was
엘라이즈.
a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical... Ask Dr. O. You'll see. Yes, this cleared...
아. 알아듣겠습니까 제가 이걸? 내가 넘기는 거지. 네가 보낸 얘기는 로코 톰링크 프로토콜이야. 안마기한테 그거로 말하는 거예요. 나는 굴러다니는 크렘을 이용해 덮개 주변에 덕트 테이프를 두르면 스팸에다가 그런 짓을? 진짜 스팸을 주네 씨발. 주인공은 뭐냐 과학이 높아가지고 알아들을 수 있습니다. 물론 전 몰라요. 물론 전 몰라요.
The lobotomite animal before me. Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a Drama? There is no drama in science. As I learned in high school, science is an intellectual pursuit devoid of... Unless, of course, you are a communist. Like Betsy Bright, who sat next to me and her smoking Confederate Richie Marcus. As I learned in my high school, American High, before you is the brain of Dr. Boros. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors. Indeed,
카사도르를 만들었어 이 개새끼가. 나이트 스토커랑.
sterile. No, such creatures are found only here for research purposes. They would no more be capable. I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand.
누가 새끼야?
Perhaps a demonstration of. Impregnate you? The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns. Nonsense! That is what you speak. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves. So, in 2000, let's see, carry the 3, there were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks which made it around. Why are we eating? The malignant tumor that is Mobius plague.
넌 스킵이다 이 새끼야.
From his lair in the
도저히 못
forbidden,
읽겠어.
he must be stopped. The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, it keeps... It is the ultimate It makes perfect sense. That and giant cybernetic dogs
어렸을 때 왕따를 얼마나 당했으면 어렸을 때 새끼들 이름만
Who's laughing now, Betsy? No! Beyond is death. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new... Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors. Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories. There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the forbidden, science is powerful. It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius.
이상한 새끼.
All we wish to do is continue our research.
거대한 야스봇들이 태그팀 짜고 거하게 떡이라도 친 것 같은데.
It was not our first choice of testing grounds. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
Science.
Boom! And the crater helps keep everything inside. Yes, in the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if only we could have used Commie City. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound up Until
홀로그램 뭐냐 뭐 가스 시에라 마드레 기술이죠. 거기가 모비우스 박사 방이고. 씨발 지능이 왜 떨어지냐고. 역시 여기는 닥터 보로스 방인 것 같고. 여긴 닥터 뭐 8인가 하여튼 8인가 대방이고.
Have you done all we asked? If not, we will not hesitate to
여기가
ask
닥터
again.
클라인이고 여기가 달라일 거고. 여기가 제로겠구만. 대박이 제일 개판이네. 아우씨 눈이 이렇게 뻑뻑하지? 죽겠네 그냥.
Did you retrieve the technology? Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you. What did we speak about? No, our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe.
2차 탈선이
Once when the
이제
trains
엘라이자
got derailed,
탈출이고.
and then a second time. Oddly enough, now
하나는
that I'm
이제 스스로
accessing my
기억을 지웠죠.
databanks, I don't recall what the second time. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visit. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make... I am Dr. Klein. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field. Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to... Dr. O is certain of his findings. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend the Mobius... It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. Everyone's hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub. We had to take precautions after the last visit. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. This is the think tank. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science, atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
안녕하세요.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other, and while you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here. That glowing red scar? That laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child? From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. Well, we didn't actually do it. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. Dala knows more. She's... Yes, in all probable... That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. Actually, I don't know. Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto dock. It is unfortunate. Did you retrieve the...
어? 아, 씨발.
Did you retrieve the... Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding
들리긴
them
한가
and
보다.
closing them.
와, 씨.
The auto dock is now erased of his routines. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well. It can communicate the
뇌랑
procedure
대화할
when we examine it.
지겹다.
It is conceivable
나도 내
to
뇌랑
trace its
대화하고 싶어.
surgical scalpel. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with... It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in... I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Ask...
Dr. Mobius. 어우 씨발 졸리네 이제. 아. You are shark. 어? 원래 나오면 로봇 정갈이 바로 있지 않았나? 아, 엄청난 이 공속! 우후후후! 거의 저글링이야. 아드레날린 저글링이야. 이렇게 방정맞게 뛰어가냐. 에임 보소? 아이씨, 이러면 생활 패턴 바꾸는 게 아닌데. 개 피곤하네. 생활 패턴이 평소에도 이 시간에 자빠져가지고 생활 패턴 바꾸려고 이질하는 건데. 못 버틸 것 같단 말이지. 그래서 눈이 감겨. 사실 지금 자고 1시에 안 일어나면 돼 사실. 안녕하세요. 그러면 문제 없어. 여기 있구만. 아, 이거 부가 요소 그냥 한 곳에 모아주는 모드 없냐? 아주 졸라 귀찮네 이거 씨발. 엘라이자는 자기가 원하던 시에라 마드라에서 영원히 살게 됐습니다. 너무나 부럽다. 메데타시 메데타시. 아마 거기서 영원히 살 수 있을 듯. 원적. 땡 뚜루루루루 뚜뚜.
How about that? Well, he ain't the fittest horse that ever ran a race, but he don't appear in immediate danger. You require some additional service.
바짜바짜. 자, 졸라 쓰레기 같은 턱이다. 임플란트네. 헤어스타일을 바꾸고 싶은데.
You require some additional service.
야, 씨발, 그 홀로 테이프 한 곳에 이렇게 쫙쫙쫙쫙쫙 모아주는 모드 없냐? 아, 졸라 귀찮네 이거 씨발. 검색하면 있을만도 할 텐데 씨. 이게 처음 할 때나 재밌지. 이거 매번 다시 할 때마다 졸라 귀찮음 진짜로. 온 거 같은데? 씨발 졸라 귀찮네 이거. 이걸 일일이 다 먹으려니까 토할 것 같아 그냥. 근데 홀로테이프를 모아주는 건 없나? 왠지 좀 홀로테이프는 또 그대로 남아있을 것 같아가지고 불안한데. 더 이상 고통받고 싶지 않아. 사실 내가 지금 피곤해서 안녕하세요. 내가 지금 피곤해서 이러는 걸 수도 있겠지만은 어디 있다고? 아 여기구만. 따우 따우 따우. 오 씨발 이건가? 이걸 일일이 찾으려니까 토할 것 같아가지고 도저히 못할 것 같단 말이야. 이걸 어느새 다 찾고 있냐. 이씨, 말이 되냐 이게. 짊어져야 할 힘, 짐. 오, 지저스 크라이스트. 오 마이 갓.
You require some additional.
Three angry death claws make for a ride.
근데 메인 캐스터는 딱 깨게 해달라고. 씨발 귀찮으니까 좀. 아.
Ah, yeah, baby. Ah, good.
Someday.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you. Me too. Hope you can keep up.
I am online once again! Tremble, world, before my electric heating coil of doom!
씨발 두렵다.
You! Hey, you! Yeah, you! Of course you don't. Why would?
제대로 되게 제대로 작동하는지 확인만 해보고 일단. OST 모드가 제대로 작동되는지 확인해보고. 맞아, 중단한 거 있잖아.
You're not looking hard enough.
Oh, God.
그 박스님이 했고.
That was a nice little... Oh, you. Now I know you're flirting with me.
제대로 작동하는 거 같은데? 은신 이동 속도 봐, 씨발. 오, 지저스.
Oh, please!
You've been working with that
아, 제대로 작동하는 거 같다. 제대로 잘 작동하는 거 같아.
Greetings, citizen.
Hi again, sweetie. How can I illuminate you?
Yes!
Dig this sweet sound. I cook it. What's the hap?
얘만 그 뭐시기냐 메인 퀘스트 그 용 그 뭐냐 전파 그거 빼고는 다 되는 것 같다. 아, 이 정도 속도면은 그 개 같은 그 스텔스 슈트 퀘스트도 금방 깨겠구만 이거. 개 같은 그 개 같은 퀘스트 씨. 그 반복 작업만 5번 뭐냐 4번인가 해야 되지 않나 그거. 이거 씨발 걷는 속도랑 거의 똑같은 것 같은데 씨발. 살짝 느린데 그냥. 이 모드로 추가한 거예요. 이제 있어야 되는 거 아니? 여기 원래 여기 원래 여기 거잖아. 어? 있어야 되는 거 아니?
Might I be of service, sir?
예, 맞아요. 그만까지 왜 필요하냐고요? 내가 카지노로 60만 칩을 따왔거든요. 아우, 도저히 피곤해서 안 되겠다. 아, 이거. 모두 제대로 작동되는지는. 아니, 내가 그것도 모드로 제한 푼 거야. 원래 만인가 하여튼 제한이 있어. 그냥 카지노 제한 자체를 없앴어. 올인 제한이나 이런 거 다 없애버렸어. 원래 뉴베가스 기반 모드는 대부분 뭐 작동이 돼요. 원래 그래. 원래 애초에 뉴베가스 기반 모드니까. 그러니까 뉴베가스에서 3를 돌리는 거니까 뉴베가스 기반 모드는 대부분 작동이 되고, 이제 3에 나오는 요소들이 이제 제대로 그 적용이 되냐, 그게 문제인 거지. 어새 게임하면서 모드 한두 개씩 깔다 보니까 어새 꽤 많아지겠는데, 뭐 그래도 뭐 몇 개 이 정도면 거의 없는 수준이야 그래도. 이 정도면 몇 개 거의 없는 수준이야 사실. 단선 한 25개 정도 겨우 있네 그냥. 암튼 도저히 안 되겠다. 피곤해가지고 눈이 감긴다 이제. 생활 패턴 바꾸려고 방송 일찍 켰는데 그냥 뭐 개판 그냥 조졌어 그냥. 내일 봅시다. 뭐 문홍장이 방송 켜주겠지. 와요. 와이카저씨 바쁘댔으니까 켰네 마침.